got to me. It certainly has.
Well, Jerry Dunlop is an amazing fellow, in actual fact. I mean, especially, you know, as he's trained in Ireland, they race on all sorts of terrible conditions with mud and cow shit on the road and, you know, in the rain, and he's fluked the Isle of Man. You know, he's really incredible.
I guess I first saw him ride at the island when I did the TT in 1982, and I think he's just an amazing guy.
Dunlop, born and bred in Northern Ireland, 5 times world motorcycling champion. His remarkable career spans almost 3 decades. His trademark is a plain yellow helmet, and he's known simply to everyone as Joey.
An incredible miracle in the Isle of Man, who really just keeps whacking in those victories in incredible style. He's got to be one of the most popular heroes of the sport. He really is the people's racer. So with 2 of Ireland's best.
I think Joe's great. I've always liked Joey, you know, because he's down to earth and he's a good laugh and that. And you know, riding-wise, you know, you can't fault him. He's very, very fast, and I just can't believe that he's still doing it. He's not frightened of a bit of hard graft and not frightened to get his hands dirty, and true sportsman like myself that smokes cigarettes, and you know, I like Joey.
He's his own man. He just does his own thing, really, and he doesn't do anything to impress anybody else. He just does what he's comfortable and happy with, and I think that's why everybody loves him, really. It's one of my favourite places still, I think, if not my favourite place I've ever raced is Ireland. You know, the fans out there are the best in the world, and I've had some great times out there, but they always used to give me a bit of stick. They always say, you'll know beating Joey, and most of the time they were right.
There beside Tony Rutter from the Midlands. 2
the bag is up and down.
Out around Armoy and that, crowds used to come really just to even see the bikes and hear them, because once they saw them on TV, then they couldn't believe it. They had to come and see them for themselves. Armoy at that time was a really laid-back place, and they really looked after me well. And it was good, you know, at that time, because you never would have thought you'd ever be on TV.
And there's the wave. That must be the wave for the local man now, Joey Dunlop. Joey takes John Ray's Yamaha there into 2nd place at an average speed of 109.24 miles per hour.
Well, the racing was good then, for everybody sort of had the same motorcycles they had. No works motorcycle, not everybody just had the same bike, basically. And, like, Joey just come from nothing to be really good in a short space of time.
I was surprised. I had a lot of trouble on 78 and 79 and 750 Yamahas. And then I got this one in 1980, and I had trouble with that as well. But I got it sorted out the night before the race, actually, and I got a loan of a big fuel tank. So I decided I would try and do 3 laps. But, Sam McClemens had loaned me the tank, and he had tried to do 3 laps on it, and they said it wouldn't do it. So he loaned it to me, and I went and got a wee bit welded, another inch welded on it, an inch and a half, actually, welded around it in the middle of the night, and put it on the next morning. I did the 3 laps, and it wasn't as much, well, I broke my lap record right enough, but it was the way I felt Honda, because Honda knew they had it because they could do 3 laps easy, and they knew I couldn't do it, but just outfilled them for once.
Honda recruited Joey later the same year. Today he is their longest serving and one of their most successful riders ever.
The year that he joined Honda Britain, our sales of clothing in Northern Ireland alone went up 93%. The sales of bikes, I don't know the exact figures, but I'm certain from our own observations, just looking around, he had a tremendous effect on the sales of motorcycles.
Joey, very well done. Congratulate you as Formula One World Champion for 1982, and a great pleasure as President of the Motorcycle Union of Ireland. And I think I could say on behalf of all motorcyclists in Ireland to thank you very much and congratulate you on this presentation of this World Championship gold medal.
Thanks very much. It means a lot for me because it's not very big right now, but being through to get it, and it's something that all motorcyclists can try in a lifetime to get.
Joey won the World Championship for the next 4 years in succession, an unparalleled achievement.
Joey has that inbred ability. I think it's his determination, his will. Joey's eating habits, sleeping habits, drinking habits, socializing habits wouldn't probably be written up in the fitness manual of some of these other young chaps, and yet he can transcend all that. He's not out running 2 or 3 hours in the morning and drinking special health food and so on. I don't mean to say that he isn't reasonably fit.
A serious crash at Brands Hatch in 1989 left Joey hospitalised. His wife Linda had just given birth to their daughter Joanne. Joey's injuries were career-threatening, but determined, he began the slow and arduous road to recovery. He missed the TT that year.
The following year I knew I was there if I could use my head again, and I changed all my engine and put on a different carburetors to do the race without stopping. The bike wasn't as quickly enough. But I knew the Norton over the years and I had to stop. So I just did it again. I just took my time and waited and waited and waited. So Robert pulled in and then kept my fingers crossed, and I made it.
How pleasurable was it for you actually coming back and getting back on that winner's rostrum again?
Oh, well, it's funny, if I put it down the bar, I think it's the first time I crossed the line with my fist in here.
Joey Dunlop looking for the outside line, Joey on a tighter line, whereas Robert has to put the Norton right out on the hard shoulder coming into the roundabout. This is really where the power should show when they exit this roundabout, but is Joey going to show his brother the way round? No, he's not on this occasion. So the Norton is out onto the straight, where it is best at home.
1994 at the Ulster Grand Prix, when he beat Philip McCallan in the last lap. And you know, I really, Joey's a funny character. When he's determined, he's unbeatable, and he must have been in a determined mood that day. So I thought that Philip McCallan, with his youth and maybe better machinery, would have came through. But you know, I was really proud of Joey that he came through and won that race.
And it is still Griffiths that lead from McCallum, but look at Joey Dunlop. Joey Dunlop there. The crowd are on their toes all the way around this track. So everybody waving to Joey Dunlop, willing him on. 42 years of age then, 41 wins on this track already for Joey Dunlop. Joey leads. Joey's going to take the race win from Philip McCallan. Jason Griffiths just off the pace. Well, that wasn't popular, was it?
I think he's just naturally a real good rider, and I have a lot of respect for him because underneath that he's a good person as well. I've borrowed stuff from him, and like probably in road races when we meet, I would probably be his biggest challenger, and he's lent me stuff, you know, and I've lent him things. So he's a good person under it all. So I think you've got to respect him all round. He's 45, 46 now, and he still goes mad.
Joey Dunlop, meanwhile, he's getting a rush on Alan Irwin. He gets into the slipstream, grabs another gear. You saw the right arm there move, and he grabbed a big handful of throttle. You can hear these little 600s screaming to the top of their voice, and Joey Dunlop flashes past Alan Irwin.
He hasn't won, of course, at the Northwest for, since 1988, but last year he got into second place, and you thought he had, you know, he was there as a winner. And I remember some of the guys coming up to the comedy point saying, you know, what happened there? Was Joey in the lead at any time? No, he's still second place. The reception he got, I mean, that underlines how he is held by fans, not only at the Northwest, but throughout the world.
Dunlop just in front. Is he going to be able to hold on to it as he goes along the seafront? Certainly Dunlop has the wherewithal to manage to make himself as wide as he possibly can, and Patterson is going to have to try very, very hard into the braking area, maybe at the chicane. He's getting the slipstream along. At the outside, 4 is Patterson, 3 is Dunlop. Patterson goes through to take it. No, he doesn't. He goes straight on. Patterson goes the same way as Callum Ramsey. So 2 men up the pit road, and it's Joey Dunlop that goes through.
As far as I'm concerned, if I have Joey, then I'm happy. The rest of them will fill in around him, and that's with no disrespect to all the other riders, because in the past, some of the times, unfortunately, Joey hasn't been at an event for one reason or the other, and we have noticed a decline in the number of spectators. So yes, obviously Joey's very important. He's top of the shopping list.
Oh, I would say he's enjoying it maybe even more now than what he did when he was in the Formula 1 World Championship. There's not the same pressure on him now. He can go out and enjoy himself, and if he wins, and if he doesn't, he's still enjoying his racing.
What do you think the appeal of not just the circuit is, but the whole atmosphere that surrounds the TT?
The whole atmosphere. That's the problem with the riders. The riders can't go out and enjoy it. They have their work to do. But it is really good, because there's some people that goes to see you, and the people that really claps you and cheers you on and gives you signs, and they do it to every rider. They're really good to the people at the TT.
After recovering one bike during low tide, divers spent the afternoon preparing to lift 7 others, which they believe are still on board the fishing boat, now 100 feet underwater.
I was frightened, all right. I think so. We'd almost given up, so I had, once I got off the rocks and got out a wee bit, and it was a bit calmer, that kind of gave us a bit more spirit again. While I was on the rocks, I had no chance.
Michael Macmillan, ITN, Portaferry.
In 1985, tragedy almost struck the Dunlop family whilst travelling to the Isle of Man races by fishing boat.
You brought them out,
No. It emerged later how Joey's quick thinking had saved the lives of others.
Mike Hill was a legend, all over the world, and I didn't really want to break his record, or didn't want to. I thought maybe I'd lose a lot of support if I did do it. Because I had a lot of support, especially over in England, and people was talking to me about it, more or less watching it break down in case I would break it. But once I got it broken, everybody was over the moon, and then once I beat it, that was it. And you didn't get people coming up and talking to you about it, and they were coming up and congratulating you. That's just how the public works.
Now is the time to raise the roof. He's the most successful TT rider ever. 15 wins, Joey Dunlop.
I think you can only put it down natural ability for racing a motorbike on roads, and whatever you say about him, he always looks well. You see him on the course, see him riding, it all looks so easy. He's got a good line, and yet I'm a great admirer of Joey Dunlop, as all racing motorcyclists are. But in addition to that, he is a very, very nice guy.
The historic 15th TT win was also celebrated back in Joey's own pub in the town of Ballymoney.
Go hard, right?
No, he has a lot of time to respond, and he knows that the TT, he knows that it draws, well, the TT's really Joey, and he draws a large crowd to the TT. I think when Joey does actually quit, that you'll not see the crowds at the TT, because they actually go from all over the world to see him racing, and I think it'll not be the same with him.
Joey Dunlop has raced motorcycles worldwide. The old communist bloc countries hold a particular fascination for him. After liberation, Latvia hosted a round of the European Road Racing Series in the summer of 1996.
Hey, you better. Hey, Joey, this is off the practice.
Did you get lost a bit?
Huh?
Good.
No.
That's a long drive on your own. It's a long old drive on your own, yeah.
Joey made the 3,500-mile trip on his own. This van was home for the week-long journey from Ballymmoney in Northern Ireland to the Latvian capital of Riga. He slept on this wooden board, alongside about £250,000 worth of racing machinery.
No, we've got it, John, I think. Oh, this is bad hard.
This guy, he's nice.
No, we didn't see it. Ah, good.
Well, it's okay?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we're waiting on him on the border.
Oh, Joey, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he arrived about half an hour.
He always seems to turn up, always late, and then wins and buggers off, you know. But no, he's a good lad. We had a good laugh in Tallinn last year. I mean, it was brilliant. He rode really well. And it was really nice. The difference about Joey with a lot of them, I mean, he is the top man, without a doubt about it. He's the finest road racer of them all. I don't care who says it. I'll fight anybody who says otherwise. And yet he's the most approachable of them all. You know, you can go into a bar with Joey, like we did in Tallinn, and we all sat down there till we fell off. You know, and he was just like one of the lads. He's got no side to him at all, no ego. He races because he likes it, you know. He doesn't seem to care who he's with. He just makes friends.
Not Leeds again, Joey.
Come on. Huh?
Can I have a sandwich? Where are they?
It's nice to see that he come and he's not got paid anything. But if you name any rider in England who do that, they wouldn't. It's just Joey. He comes because he loves the sport. He loves racing because he enjoys riding a motorcycle. You speak to any other guy at that level and they'll go places if they get paid. And that's the big difference.
I'm one of the slower guys around. I'm one of the boys that always gets lapped, you know. And without a doubt, Joey is the safest man, of the fast men. He was the safest man to pass you, the most decent when he laps you. He will give you all the room in the world, always. And I know because he must have lapped me more than he's lapped anyone else, you know. He's absolutely so safe. And I admire him a great deal for that. Not just that he's won 21 TTs, you know.
Vicemnieks sporta bāzē aizbīts sen gaidītā un nu jau 7. lielās balvas izcīņa motošosejā, kuras labākā reklāma bija 5-kārtējā pasaules čempiona Joe Dunlop piedalīšanās. Uzmanības centrā, protams, bija viņa starts superbike klasē, tā kā pirmajā braucienā nopietna
He's known everywhere, you know, I mean, even as far, well, it's not all that far in miles, but you must appreciate that the Baltic states only a few years ago were in a close society, and there's very little contact between the West and the East. And even so, you know, now people in this country, everybody knows him, wherever you go. Joey. It's Joey. Quite funny hearing a Latvian saying, "your man." But it's, he's a good ambassador for road racing.
On this trip to Eastern Europe, Joey won the opening 2 races, breaking the absolute lap record in the process. But in the 3rd race of the meeting, while challenging for the lead with the Latvian champion, he sensationally crashed out. Joey had sustained quite serious injuries. Important tendon in one of his fingers was missing. A local journalist who helped him hobble across the track unwittingly patted Joey on his broken left shoulder.
How are you?
Šeit viņam būtu, ja? Viņam atpakaļ grūtāk, nu tas...
To get to grow back?
Bet...
Just 2 hours after his operation, as the prize giving began back at the paddock, Joey returned to pick up his awards.
Mr. Dunlop, first place! Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
But please.
I wanted to leak.
You know, I fell off not because of my age, not because I was going too hard. I think both of us was on the limit, and I just lost it. And, but both of us broke the lap record, and the absolute lap record, and it's my first time here. And I was really feeling really confident. Your confidence can often get the better of you. I learned that.
You even learned that after all your years in racing?
Yeah, it's one of those things that I'm telling you. I got to the stage where the 2 of us together, the both of us was going a bit too quick, and that just happened to be me. I'm disappointed because I'm missing maybe the next couple of races. At the same time, that you can't go on the way I go on and going so quick without falling off. I had bad accident before, but it was brakes. And I never a bit of a finger missing, but I'll get over it.
When things like this happen, do you ever think that maybe that's it?
I thought about it. I thought about it a lot, but once it comes, once you get better, you always change.
Because I suppose it's your life.
It's your life, and it's funny, the bloke in the hospital asked me, what do you do for a living? I said, race motorbike. What happened to your finger? I said, motorbike. But I still didn't know it was a track race. I enjoyed it to the accent, and I'm going to do about it.
Speed 117.36 kilometers per hour. Enjoy Dunlop.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Wat een koud is dan
Snowbound silent in the winter dark, the blizzard blowing in from off the river. It's 10 below and only stay street, but the feeling in your heart is even colder. The sunrise screeching down the line, and the fog banks running out of time. But you won't be here when they creep in tomorrow.
Joey's solitary racing trips took him to eastern Germany later the same year. Injury still not fully healed, his comeback race meeting was in Froberg, situated near the famous city of Colditz. The locals flocked to see a sporting genius.
Can I meet you next year on TT? Is this possible?
Yeah.
In the driver camp? Yes?
Yeah.
I have booked for next year on TT.
And yes.
Okay, thank you. Good luck.
Yes. Excuse me?
If you're there often, sir, from Ireland, we show you, huh? It's great, huh?
Yeah.
Joy, you have a moment?
Joey's travels abroad have not just been about racing motorcycles. He has made numerous mercy missions to Romania, Albania and to Bosnia. Again, driving on his own, he's clocked up thousands of miles to deliver aid to these impoverished countries.
I just started over ahead of a nurse that was out there. She said we were going to post out some parcels, and it was £40 a parcel. Looks decided they would try and get me a van load of stuff, and I took it out. That's how it started.
How long did the first journey take you?
It took me 3 weeks. So it's a long run, like, but I had a good load of stuff, and I just took my time, and I didn't want the van blowing up and a lot of trouble. You know, I wanted all the stuff I'd left it and the stuff that people give me, and to get there. I didn't, because if you break down over there, they'll just steal everything out of you. You can't afford to break down.
What was it like when you actually got there with your van full of parcels and deliveries?
Oh, it was really funny because they have to hide it from the local police, you know, and the nurses, they kept it in their bedrooms. And they had flats, or not little wee bungalows built around the orphanage, and put it on their windows, from the bedroom windows and all. I had 6 ton of them, so there's a lot to pat on nurses' bedrooms.
He's a very warm-hearted person, and he feels for other people. He has come from a background where you had to work, the family had to work, and he knows what it is not to have a lot of things. And it's interesting that even though he's been so successful, and he could have had lots and lots of different things, he hasn't really chosen that route. He has sort of gone down a route where he's never forgotten his roots. You know, he is, and I think that it's that knowing where you come from, having a sense of an affinity for people who are in need, and then going to do something for them. I see that, and the courage, obviously. It takes a lot of courage just to get into a van and travel across Europe on your own. You know, I don't think I would do it.
Been to the palace, of course, and got your award and your OBE and your MBE, one for motorcycling and one for motorcycling and for your charitable services. How big an honour was that for you, Joey?
No, that was, I think that was even something, what way you put it, really. I think that was more to me than any motorbike race. Almost put it that way. Even the races at the TT. Even to get invited into the palace, and it's millions to one, so it's hard to take in.